Process is one of the most important definition in quality management or in management system. Let us see how standard defines process. What is process? What comes in your mind when we talk about process? Just think it over for a few seconds and then I'm coming back to you very soon. ISO standard encourages the management of the organization to think an organization and run its business in a process approach model. So what is process? You are done? I'm back. So process. Process is set of interrelated. They have to have interrelation. And interacting activities. Activities must be interacting. It is not isolated activities. They are logical. They are linked with each other. Interrelated and interacting activities that uses inputs. Inputs are used to deliver intended results. A very interesting definition. So set of interrelated interacting activities that uses inputs to deliver intended results. Results are the output or outputs. Let me explain it with an example. Audit is a process. Results is an outcome of a process. Your cooked food is an output of a cooking process. You made meat, you prepared meat. So meat is the output of the process. Or they made a salad, or they made a sweet, nice sweet they prepared, very exotic sweet, or chocolate, for example. Any product is an intended result, intended output, or intended result of a process. So chocolate making is a process. Wine is the output of a wine making process. Chicken masala or chicken biryani is an output of a process by which the chef has prepared the chicken biryani. So you need interrelated activities, interacting activities, and you need inputs. So now if we look at what is required, process, now activity that transforms input. So activities will be there. And now you have got inputs and you get outputs. Now the inputs could be information, requirement. For example, before a chef makes a biryani, they will ask, what kind of biryani? It's chicken biryani, prawn biryani, it's mutton biryani. It is spicy, it is less spicy, it is medium spicy, it is more spicy or whatever it is. So some amount of information is needed. So the chef will need to know that you need a chicken biryani which is spicy and how much for 2 persons or 3 persons or 5 persons or 10 persons. So depending on those informations only they will have the ingredients. So they will have resources, man, machine, material, methods, and procedures. Imagine you need to have resources to prepare the mutton biryani. You need rice, you need spices, you need machine, material, methods, and procedures. You need to have the recipe. If there is no recipe, you don't know how to make it. Just imagine you give a British guy who never has seen how to make a biryani and you give all the ingredients, how he or she can make the biryani. You can't. You need to do certain activity. Cooking is the process, and by cooking, you take the inputs and get the desired output. So the right product is the output of a process. So we talked about activities, interrelated and interacting activities that uses input to convert to output to get the desired output is the process. So now where do you get the inputs from? You get the inputs from sources of inputs. The sources of inputs could be anything that is relevant. Different types of organization or different types of processes can take inputs from various sources of inputs. For example, while making a coffee, the barista is going to ask the customer, you need a single shot or double shot. The barista will ask, you need a tall or medium or large. You are drinking here or you are going to take it away. So the inputs are coming from the customer direct. Now, inputs for making cappuccino is coming from Starbucks recipe or Costa's recipe. Formulation. What should be the proportion of the milk and the espresso and the foam? It is defined. The barista cannot change this proportion because this is standard. So some inputs for cappuccino, frappuccino, latte is coming from the recipe. Some information comes from the customer. And based on that, they make the coffee for you and output is the nice cup of coffee that the customer wanted. And it goes to the customer to delight them. That's how the process of coffee making can work. So the right quality coffee that you wanted is the output of the process.